Hello everyone. So this week we will talk about 8.1 finding area of composite figures. So it is writing finding the area only, and it doesn't talk about composite figures part. I will tell you what is composite figures. Composite figures means it's just not one shape. They sometimes they call irregular shapes, but irregular shapes are and composite figures are different. Composite figures you can measure. They are actually combination of 2 or 3 shapes. However, irregular shapes, there is no irregular. For instance, these are all composite ones that you can see in here. But if I shape like this is an irregular shape. I don't know the area. I don't know the perimeter. Unless they tell me, give me more information, I don't think I can find this. Okay, so keep that in mind. And then let's go back to solving these problems. Now, I decided to solve a few problems with you today. That way, it will be easier for you. But first, I will remind you this. Area is the surface of the shape. Like if I am a gardener and trying to find how much grass I have to cover all the yard, then I'm talking about area, okay? And then perimeter, I know I say this one funny, but what can we do? I have an accent. So perimeter is the around the shape. So how in real life, what kind of places that I use this, I'll tell you. And again, if I'm a gardener and if I am trying to have a new what is that called, gates, like all the things that is like you put it I forgot it. Let's see. Okay. I forgot it. Okay, fence. Okay. If you want to change the fences and if you want to change the fences and you need a number, how much you have to purchase, you need the perimeter of that yard. This is like that. And if you are a tailor, for instance, you take the measurements most of the time. You are like measurements of the people, and then you are actually using the area also of the people by just like using those numbers. So see, there's lots of places that you use these composite figures, and it is really helpful, and they are pretty easy too when you're talking about these things. Let's start with the first question. I don't think I will solve all of it. But if you want, I can send you the worksheet and you can try by yourselves, okay? So the first thing that I do is looking how many shapes I see in that composite figure, and I need to separate them, okay? So it's like a reverse engineering. I see there's 2 rectangles in here. And how do I like change this? Does it matter if I do? It does matter in sometimes, depending on the numbers that they provide you. So in here, for instance, I started like this. I don't know here. And I need to find here. And I'm looking at it. Oh, this must be 15 here. And so if this is 15 too, then this is 5, okay? I know 15 looks a little bit smaller than 5, but it doesn't matter. They will draw it without using a scale. So sometimes short sides can look longer. I mean, yeah, and the vice versa. So that's why I always rely on the numbers, not the shape that is in front of you. So then I am looking at this part. Like, what is this part then? Miss, like, what is this part? And I'm looking at this whole thing is 30, but then there is 5 feet in here, so this is 5. If this is 5, this left 25, and that means this is 25 too. As you can see, I progressed like my shape and I try to think about it. Then now I am like trying to find the area. I have 2 areas, area 1 and area 2. I'll find these. Now, my 20 times 5 is 100, so I write that. And then I circle it. So I don't confuse with the side length. I know that if I circle it, it is area, okay? Then I am looking at this one. So now the rectangle is 25 actually times 15, okay? 25 times 15 is, let's see, 25 times 5 is 125. And times 3, as you can see, 15 has 5 and 3 multipliers. So I'm just multiplying 25 by 3. I mean by 5 first, it is 125. And then I will multiply that with 3, which is 375 plus 100. Okay? Because area 1 and area 2. And that would be 475. If I make a mistake, if you find my mistake, it's okay. Come to me and you get your full points for the assignment. And this is 475 feet square. If they did ask me the perimeter, I would just 30, 20, 50, 55, 5 more, 60, 5 more, 60, and then 25 more, 85. Then 15 is 5, 90, 90, 10, 100. Okay, the perimeter is 100 and the area is feet square. Then I am solving this other one. So in here, I do see 3 shapes, but it depends on how many, like, how do I see these shapes? I would like to, make this a shape like this, because it's easy. Then 10 times 5 is 50. And I find this area in here. Now I am finding the other shape. Then I do the same thing. Well, this is 5 too, and this is 10. Then so there is one more 50 here. Then the last one is, if this is 5 in here, if this is 5 and the whole thing is 25, then that means this part left is 20. Okay, so that means 20 times 30 is 600. Okay, and then I will add all these. 50 plus 50 is 100, and the area will be 700. Okay, and then the last one I am solving is rather easy. You see that there's a rectangle in here and there's a little rectangle in here. 40 times 10 is 140. So this is all completed. But then 36 times 24 will be a little bit complicated. 36 times 3, 108 times 8. I will use calculator for this. Which I don't like. I don't like to use calculator, but the numbers are ridiculous. And it is 864 meters square, and this one was centimeters square. And I love these questions. I can solve all of them, but I have not enough time for that. So I say goodbye in here to you, and then I will see you next week, the last week of the quarter. Stop this video. Bye.